Hello, is anyone there?
Make your craze develop fully, you know, agree develop. Make you well, you know, agree well. Now, if I tell people say you the craze, they don't agree, believe me.
2025 is the year of YouTube movies. I have seen a page post 3 movies in the space of 1 month with the same cast and the same house. I heard they use WhatsApp AI to write their scripts. When I heard Kemi Adetiba was dropping a new series, I was excited. Finally, I can make money off this channel and also post to the people I love. Sorry. So this will be a really long review of the show To Kill a Monkey. Is it good? Is it bad? Did you watch it on Netflix or did you pirate it? Who knows? Sit down, relax, and enjoy the video.
While I appreciate everything you've done for me and my family,
Don't mention.
Episode 1 was titled
In the beginning.
This episode introduces us to the character we might come to love. It starts with a native doctor telling kids to swear with their blood and body to who we would later know as Obos, literally giving their lives to a man.
welcome to Lagos, huh?
Then the story kicks off with one of the saddest cold open after the scariest cold open. You get what I mean? So Ife, who is this man, talks about how he hated his dad for being poor, and now that he's older and has a daughter, he understands that at least his dad technically is richer than him thanks to inflation. So who is the joke now, Ife? The sad part is he graduated with a first class, but we see him steal Wi-Fi to learn programming. At night, he programs. In the morning, he's a bar boy. Call him Tech Boy. Yep. The jokes gets worse from here.
Sorry, sir. Sir, take over. Sorry.
If it's someone I sympathize with, if I had his life, let's just say that is all I will say. He's chronically going through something. The world loves to develop his character negatively. So imagine this, his mom got sick, he had to treat her. Then his mom died, now he has to bury her. His wife is pregnant, now he has to pay for that one. That's like enough content for an Indian series. All he needs next is just an amnesia act to spice it up. If you watch Indian shows, you will understand what I mean.
Should I tell you, say, God no like you. God hates you.
He's now on the hunt of finding how to come up with the money to pay these bills. And honestly, focus on your mom. There's a title Deadbeat Dad for a reason. Join the club, man. Stop all this changing the narrative. Who cares? They'll still not celebrate us on Men's Day. He tries so many ways to get the money. He asked his employers. They said, oh, you're already owing us over 200k. He said, double it and pass it to the next person. They will sort it out for me. Then when that did not work, he sees the reality of a lot of women in our current society. If you want money, you have to put your waist to work, if you get what I mean.
Once I've even tell Oga, say me, come on your base with the ground. You know, like him. I mean, if you know they do like small picking, won't me.
But Efe is a family man with integrity. He said, no, I will never sell my body. He then proceeds to beg for money from everybody. And because silent acting is a problem in Nigeria, all the people that he begged waved their hands in a way that signifies, I won't give him money. And this pissed me off. Why did they have to do the same hand signal? Why? So let me help the silent actors out there with some pro tips on how to say no without saying a word. Head moving left to right. Hand and head moving left to right. Head moving left to right. With the middle finger. After begging, he sits down shocked that Nigerians can be this wicked. Guess who he saw? Ashakain!
Wakwan King, this Ashakain Simandro here.
She gives him 50k and he rushes straight to the hospital. And because he had no time to spare, he sees the most sketchy keke driver and passenger and he took his seat.
Blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus.
And guess what? They obtained his money. Good for him. Now his problem continues. He goes to the hospital and starts shouting at the nurses like he was in a police station.
So you didn't bring any money at all?
I told you I was robbed.
Which one, brother? Which kind work, brother? This kind work now? Which kind legal work with this one?
Oh wait, you see this woman right here? Her name is Mojisola. Let's talk about her a little bit. Mo works for the Nigerian Crime Commission, aka Edo Boy's worst nightmare. Her husband called her earlier to leave her job early so they can attend his grandma's birthday together. But she stayed back to work, letting him go first. I just hope he doesn't die with the kids. He died with the kids. Efe then strikes gold. To be honest, I'm going to be calling him Efe and Efe and Efe. I'm sorry, guys. If a then strikes gold, meets a doctor with a heart of gold. Am I rhyming? I used gold twice. Then she gives him a discount, puts him on a payment plan, and he thanked her by removing his belt. I'm joking. He didn't do that. But she gave him bad news, saying that his kids, by the way, his wife almost gave birth to triplets. His wife isn't even helping him at all. But she then gave him bad news, saying one of the kids didn't make it. Efe jumps up and starts breakdancing, saying, "Oh, well, one less problem."
One of the baby's lungs hadn't developed properly. Do you need a moment?
It's just when you said we lost one of the babies. I felt relief.
Why are these guys trying to give birth to triplets in these trying times? These guys are like very potent. They are like law school babes in uni. They always get pregnant. Ask anybody that went to uni, they will tell you the truth. Things are not so jolly for Mo. She sees her late husband and downloads an OS update titled Depression and Anxiety. Good luck on that, Mo. When the world seems to be done with him, it comes back and attacks everybody in his lineage. His wife, who is the true definition of an understanding babe, gives birth and runs to work. She gets fired, by the way. Awesome work. His village people traveled all the way from the village and came to collect money for his mom burial. Wonderful. And if that wasn't the end of the suffering, he was paid 1,000 naira as salary. This woman is a full-on scammer. She reminds me of an artist that did the same thing. I don't know who that artist is. The end of the episode was the highlight for me. We see Oboz again. He slaps this lady's ass, and when her colleague tried to help her out, he slapped his head.
This one was more than flow. This was flow state.
Oboz hates when women avoid him. To satisfy his ego, he requested that same babe that he just essayed to serve him because money silences all rubbish. The babe is traumatized, and the hero, Efe, the defender of all the universe, comes to the rescue. He goes and takes their order and said the girl has explosive diarrhea. She ate afang, so she can't come out. Oboz immediately recognizes him. Apparently, when he was in uni, a rival court cut him up. I'm rhyming there.
Oboz, you Bros!
And then Efe, the defender of all universe, came back and saved him. And because of this, Oboz took it as a challenge to help him out, paying off his loan and even making his boss serve him.
Now I guess he be.
And that's how it ended, with Oboz promising to give him a job. So we'll be naming episode 1, Wind That Waist For Me. Episode 2 titled Hand of Friendship. The same words my ex used when she broke up with me. What do we know so far? If it is closer to this than ever, but thanks to Oboz, it's further than ever. Yay. If he goes to meet Oboz with his wife and we see Oboz's house, weirdly big but also small, hard to explain. Oboz has a wife, a beautiful wife by the way. One look at her and he screams, "I love money." She also wore this chain that also says, "My ancestors used to be slaves, so when I wear this chain, I'm shouting them out." Because why is it so big? Efe and his wife separate, and Efe starts his usual speech where he complains about how everything in his life has been very sad. Watch episode 1. We do not care about this guy anymore. But all Oboz could do was just disassociate and nod. I know the feeling. He was probably thinking of that slap he gave that man. Did he think he would ever connect to a bald head like that again? If he ends this speech with hailing his understanding wife, Oboz starts talking about balls, and let me just say, this show loves balls so much. My goodness, the love of balls is so much that every main character in this show would eventually talk about balls. Why? I don't know.
I was all by myself dating.
God forbid, don't talk that kind of thing. What did it worry you? Why you dey talk like say you no get blockers? You get blockers now, hold on.
Blockers? Oboz then takes Efe. Okay, Efe. Oboz this is why I used to nickname people. Oboz then takes Efe on a trip. Nosa gets introduced to alcoholism by Idia. Bear in mind, this lady is breastfeeding. This will definitely not have an impact on her. Then we see Oboz's office. Then we see Oboz's office, and this conversation goes everywhere. From him saying he knows Efe in school, and Efe was known as the PDF scammer. Everybody used to come to him.
You run out for a back only. You run out for a day.
Now you make me for graduate now.
And he asked him, can I trust you? If you're being desperate, says yes, you can trust me. Oboz asked him again, can I trust you? If he said, yes, you can. So then Oboz finally opens up and tells us about his business. Apparently, on the outside, they do logistics. They sell spare parts. They also deal in real estate. And then proceeds to show him the second part of his business, which is fraud. These guys have no limit to what they are capable of doing. They do Yahoo Plus, they do romance scam, they also sell Bitcoin and Bitcoin accessories. And for some reason, all these guys have this fetish of wearing monkey mask while they do their dealings. Freaky, but who am I to complain? After showing him this job, if he said, I know fit, I need do. He said this just after promising to do whatever it takes to bring his family out of the shackles of poverty. This man loves being poor, man.
That he sat me down on a Saturday morning, one-on-one, and told me, said, I will kill you.
This will be a constant thing for Efe during the show. He'll be repeatedly forced to do things not for him, but for others. But best believe, I know for a fact that he's doing these things for himself, but he hides on the marks that he's doing it for his family. Always with the excuse, my wife is potent. Don't blame me for giving away my body to my boss.
Take her back. Cut soup for me.
You sure say you could fit to the kind of work with me they do?
Ross.
No rush, answer me.
And they walk.
I don't know that side.
He left Oboz hanging and went to do his own thing. This won't work out, by the way. Just telling you guys. His wife then continues drinking. His laptop got stolen because he slept off under a tree. And I didn't understand this bit because it was confusing. Did the thief that stole the laptop drop a replica box-sized laptop just so he doesn't know his laptop is missing? This is probably the most unrealistic thing I've seen so far. Then he went back to his old boss, used his waist as usual, thinking this would get him back his job, and she used him again. At this point, we just have to clap for this lady. This is marvelous work, man. Remember, we clapped for her, guys. So when men do this, we have to clap for them also.
How you doing?
He then goes back home after he has failed all through the day to see his daughter returning back home from where she was working. Apparently, the man she was working for almost ... her. With him doing everything in his power to make ends meet, he decides to enter the life of crime. And I support him, only because his wife hates him. How did he marry such a potent woman? It's all her fault. He went back to Oboz and he begged for him to give him a chance, saying he has this AI tool that's going to revolutionize fraud. Oboz agreed, but I love this clip. I just have to play it.
I have been developing a software that tackles security weaknesses created by introduction of AI and machine learning software.
That is
artificial intelligence, yes.
The episode wouldn't end there. Efe, being a very smart man, would ask Oboz for a split. And honestly, that's a smart thing to say. Because with the numerous failures he has had with this woman, he would finally be man enough to have an actual contract. They agree on a 75-25 split. Then Oboz gave him a house and a car. And his wife now said, Omo, this way isn't pure. Shut up, woman. Nobody you send them. The episode ended with, oh wait, I never spoke about Mo. Mo started seeing her son in this episode. And genuinely, all I have to say is go to hell, guys. Wrap it up. Make this woman live her life now. What the hell? We will name this episode Iyanya Returns. Yep. You came to this channel, not me. Episode 3 titled 4 Years Later. Who is naming this episode? Please. Just as the name implies, 4 years goes by and Mo is finally done with depression and moves on to anxiety. But you can see it in her face. Something isn't right. You can see it, right? It's not only me, right? You can see it.
I took time off to deal with a personal tragedy.
Yes, but right here it says that...
And as you can see in my file, I've been given a clean bill of health and cleared by your superiors.
She's immediately demoted and starts feeling bigger than everyone. Also, the show over the span of all the episodes will say 3 years later. Why? No one knows.
You've been away for 3 years.
It makes no sense. If they are going to say 3 years, why did they name it 4 years later? What is going on? The shocker of the series is Efe is now a big timer. The guy is rich. Finally, gone are the days of being poor and sleeping with ladies for money. Now ladies sleep with him for money. God is good. And just as Efe promised, Ubos will become way richer, but that doesn't mean he will become very smart. Why did he choke him? Because of this guy. So let's talk about this guy.
Hi guys, this is Ozzy Boy. I hope he's going to be able to show in the frame. Alright, so this is Ozzy Boy. He has this like unfiltered love for this Ubos guy. He loves him, he praises him. It's a little bit, but I can't say it, I'm in Nigeria. Anyways, he hates Efe because of how much chances Ubos gives Efe. At one point, he even cries for his undivided love. But that's way into the future. We're not there yet. So chill.
Not because me no fit kill you. Cook your full body, carry your blockers, taking your pikin, make it for shop.
Blockers? In Efe's mind, he thought money would stop the curse that follows him everywhere he goes, but it didn't. His problems just got bigger. He gets back to find out that his kid is missing. This policeman was out of breath explaining how serious this situation is.
I check inside the house, the boys' quarter, the back shelves, you have to check everywhere.
Speaking will not kill me.
And also, I genuinely have to add, this show doesn't care about any child. If you're a child in this universe, you are like a tool to all villains. No one cares about you. He sent a picture where his daughter is. They found the child in the fridge. She was just chilling. Too soon? Sorry. Now the question is, who will do this disgusting thing to a child? I know him. His name is Teacher. He's a ruthless man with a heart of stone. But before we address him, something I find funny happened. So in the news, when they were reporting what happened to the kid, we had the privilege of seeing Nusa run. It's so funny. It reminds me of this meme. This is the part of the series where the gang-related stuff starts happening. Ubos gets attacked in his car. His driver saw the light, and Ubos escaped only because of the jazz he was carrying. Because if those guys missed their shots, they shouldn't be gang members, honestly.
Gun they use, who they supply on a gun.
You see, Ubos knows who sent those men, and this is where we get introduced to Teacher, the oath taker. Let me explain what oath taker is. Oath taker are people who are old and used to take before. And by take, I mean fraudulently taking money. They didn't move with the time, so maybe technology took them away.
As it be like say power don't they come off our hand. We need to report them to police.
Go say waiting. Tisha want to kill me. Because of waiting. Waiting you tell them.
Can make up something.
If he immediately wants peace, he isn't built for this lifestyle. Just 3 years ago, he was sleeping under a tree. This is new territory to him. So what Teacher wants is tax. And to Efe, this is reasonable. Yeah, let's give him all our money. But to Ubos, he said no. He only knows war, so he's going to take it as a battle. So what did Ubos do? Just something very reasonable. He retaliated. And you might be wondering, who in this frame would be killed first? The kids. As I said, if you're a child in this universe, bye, you're gone, purged, removed.
Satoka! Ojuro Kasu.
We will name this episode Ozzy Moron and the Bad Glue. Yeah, we saw it.
Subscribe.
Episode 4 was titled Pay Your Tax. I think these people also use WhatsApp AI to come up with their title. Without a care in the world, Kemi Adetipa showed us this. Why? We see that Teacher is still amazed that the enemies could stoop so low. My guy is like, now just freezer. I just put her in the freezer. Why are you guys playing rough now?
They crawl the enter inside hole. They could crawl the enter inside hole, but he not go do them because me, I go enter inside devil blockers, bring them, come out.
Blockers? Nusa decides to stay with her child, and we finally meet Nusa's actual love interest, Doctor. I don't remember his name. I don't think he even said his name. We don't know if he's her love interest yet, but in this episode, they kept on looking at each other. It's like how Ozzy looks at Ubos. So I knew something was up here. They hit it off immediately. He told her about how his child is dumb, and she looked at him like, wow, I don't even know what you're saying. I'm just looking into your ass. Okay, back to teacher. He's ready for blood. So teacher sends an assassin, and this guy goes into the hospital. Got a cleaner scrub with his consent, obviously. Passed a man with his babe. Lovely couple, by the way. Got into the elevator, and as he was about to approach the room, he hit me. This reminds me of another show, Blood Sisters. In that show, they had an assassin use an elevator, and I called him dumb. Hopefully, this guy isn't as dumb as that guy. So this man brought out his knife, and a nurse stopped him. Mission failed, right? No. All he just had to do was just one small unpaid labor, and immediately he was back to his job. Remember, this man was sent to off HR. What a job. When he left his house that morning, did he tell his wife, give me my briefcase? I'm about to go and do my 9 to 5. He gets into the room. Nusa was drunk, by the way. He walked towards the kid. Remember, he was sent to finish a kid. Oh my gosh. The kid shouted immediately, at least one of us isn't drunk. Thank you, mommy. Then Nusa's body double started fighting. Thank God for alcohol and the body double, because Nusa wouldn't have survived this. Obviously, the nurses were watching King of Boys, so they were intrigued by the story. So they couldn't hear the kid shouting. And then James Bond, the doctor, used his hot wire beat thing. You know that thing? What do they call him? Tetanus. I'm not even here for that. Continue to strangle this man, and then the assassin stabbed my boy and ran away. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, It doesn't, Useless. Enough with the fighting. In this episode, there's a really good club scene that is pivotal in showing the character development in ways we didn't see before. I will explain. If he first told Ubos that someone wanted to murder his kid in the hospital, and you can see how stubborn Ubos is. He's a cultist, obviously. When you come for my family, I come for yours, and that's all he knows. If you understand that logic, every decision he makes is very understandable, and this is something Efe can't relate to, no matter how hard he tries. So they give them this distraction in the form of a beautiful lady. Ubos sees her and he is immediately hyper-focused on her. He approached her in a way that majority of ladies have seen men come for them, loud and full of pride. And then when she refused his advances, you can visually see his ego get bruised. I watched this confused. How can a crazy character that we have all come to love pull a gun at a girl for just saying no? That's crazy to me. The only reason we care is because mentally we all have traits of Stockholm syndrome in us. Because he is funny and chill, we excuse his stupid acts. Because I'm seeing a lot of people post that, oh, I love this guy, he's crazy. Then after this scene, Efe gets attracted to her, not because she's beautiful, but because she did what he hasn't been able to do all season long: stand firm in her conviction. And that's what Efe lacks. You see, Efe is weak-minded, so his interest in her and every other woman you will see in this show, in my opinion, is simply admiration.
After posting this fire thirst trap picture,
Efe, yes, humble your eyes. No mind now. See, make I tell you, if you like, caress siren cross in front. You see that kind of woman? Nothing for you. You don't look your face. You don't look your face.
I know they drag with one now. Me, I get wife. We don't need Sparkle to love me.
Okay, enough with this happiness. This babe, her name is Sparkles, and she talks like she's cutting a promo for WWE. And yep, that's the only joke I have for this scene. I just liked this club scene a lot.
Sparkles.
Then, from a butt dial, Efe finds out that his daughter has been sleeping with Ubos, and this made him crazy. So crazy that he asked her, how long has this been happening? A very weird question to ask your daughter, if I may say so myself.
How long?
Like 2 years.
Okay, let's talk about Mo. It's been a minute, let's see what she's doing. She's intrigued by the monkey case and immediately wants to take up the challenge to crack the case open. She goes to meet her boss and immediately tries to manipulate her like she's a Twitter user.
And I can tell you right here for free that you are not the best agent for the job.
Wow, talk about women supporting women.
Fire this guy for leg.
So after a failed call with her therapist, she told Mo to confront her fears, and that's what she did. In her dream, she finally sees Efe after 4 years because they were in the same hospital 4 years ago. 3 years ago, I think. 2 years ago. How many years ago?
Okay, so I don't believe this was done intentionally, but while watching this scene, the mere fact that she put herself in different positions in a traumatic experience that she had, it reminded me of the moment when I lost my mom. And I think with anybody that's watching this that has ever lost anybody important, you know that at that moment, you heard the information, you never forget. I remember shouting so loud at the veranda that I had like this outer body experience where I was seeing myself shout because I wasn't in control of myself. And it's something I would never forget. But the only funny thing about that moment was there was someone in my university with a rapper. I think he heard me shouting and he just came out with his bucket. And I turned and I looked at him and he's like, how far now? So, but yeah, I don't think this was the intention, but if you've lost someone before that you really cared about, I know you would probably never forget the day you heard the information. So, all right. It's too deep, right? All right, back to the jokes now. All right, bye.
This episode ended with her waking up, recognizing Ife from her past and wondering how the hell did this guy get rich? Things are getting very spicy, right? We would name this episode WWE. Episode 5 was titled House of Cards. Remember that show? Remember that man? Remember what he did? Ife and his wife all season long have lost the love they used to have. She wants him to stand up to Ubos, but for some reason, Ife can't fully stand up to him. And because of this issue, Ife and his wife can't just seem to get there romantically. So he called his other babe, no time to check time.
I wasn't inspired to call.
Ouch. You are one tough lady to crack, Miss Opo.
Don't you dare.
So he calls Sparkles the WWE champion, and he calls her by her name, Amanda Obuoko. I made it Igbo. What I'm going to be calling her, since her name is Amanda Obuoko, I'll be calling her Sao. Yeah. He gives her a gift that he was supposed to give his wife, and he arranged a dinner with her. Gentleman-like, just like every other married man in Lagos. Then, keeping it to the team that this was done in Lagos, she asked him to send her money. Lagos babes don't play.
And I answered your call because you seem like a nice guy. And I try my best not to be rude.
What impresses you?
My bank account stimulated to rise 7 figures at a time.
I haven't reached this hierarchy yet, so the babes that I go for usually just want me to buy them food.
I'm ready. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, just use that like a microphone.
All right. Before even that, I want to ask you a question. Do you want to eat Chicken Republic?
I don't mind.
You don't mind?
I never mind for anything.
All right. Okay. I have to confess a little bit. Carry the camera closer. In the video, I said the girls I go for are cheap. They only like food. So I'm going to be using you to prove that point.
What the heck? I think we just asked you.
No. That's the point.
I mind. Chicken Republic is too cheap.
Too late. Okay, this is where things get confusing. So stay with me because I'm confused also. If he does the unimaginable, after paying her fees, literally, he brought her to the same restaurant, and honestly, at this point, the show starts advertising some restaurants like Noir, and they went to Cali. To non-Nigerians, these restaurants are expensive. Cali is probably the only restaurant that babes like taking pictures beside their logo like it's their man. It's like an accomplishment at this point. In Cali, these two babes open the curtain for them. They don't do that there, by the way. Also, I have never been there, so I don't know. So if you have been, tell me if it's true below, please. I care.
So, Mr. Jesus Christ, cousin, don't decide to leave us and join us sinners, Abi?
I know that Efe is only doing this to piss Ubos off, and it works. You sleep with my daughter, I sleep with your love interest. That's how adults deal with problems. Then he called him a fool indirectly, and even I was shocked that he was able to do that.
Go ahead, Mio. So because me decide to give you small opportunity, maybe for you save your wretched family, I make you go to teach me and you be partner.
They have this lengthy conversation about so many things, ranging from sexism.
If I lied to you, you're crazy, my wife? Second woman.
To poverty. Why did they fight in a restaurant? I don't know. In Ubo's mind, Efe is still the poor man that he helped. Kali was rocking.
Even if I choose my hand to carry your brick chook inside your daughter.
What is with them and this world, man? This fight was long coming, and someone capitalized on this, started streaming on TikTok. This was a fatal mistake because he connected Oboz to Ife, and he also connected Ife to his side chick. And because of this, he will not sleep with her again. He just missed out on the most potent babe, man. So after this, Ife didn't sleep with Sparkles because in the end, he was only doing it to vex Oboz. So indirectly, my guy wasted money, but he has a lot of money, so he doesn't care. He went back home and his wife started calling him a cheat. She told him to leave. My guy said, "What? I own this house. You must be joking." It sounded like a church drama script right there. I've seen this play out multiple times before in the past. Why do I keep talking like that?
After every... I've made a lot of sacrifices for this family.
No, you made them for yourself.
And I love how if he fights, it's like me, he goes low. I love it. Attacked her alcohol addiction and got her vexed. She slapped him and then he went back to cash his money. Smart man. But this babe has so many good one-liners, man. I have to give it to her. WWE is paying her a lot.
Are you coming in, Mr. Adele? Or would you rather the flies come in first?
Oboz is not so lucky. He impregnated Efe's daughter and said this.
Go person one help on you come down to our level. If you say you call it measure blockers with me, Abi.
Blockers?
I purposely stopped talking about Mo because her story goes with the episode. The deeper we get, the more she uncovers. So if everything is slow, she uncovers nothing, if you get what I mean. She's trying so hard to get Effie. Even though her boss told her no, Mo decides to go to the hospital to do her findings and meet Miss Ejiofor. And as soon as Ejiofor knew that Mo was here, she became rude and shutting down every other question she asked. So the bombshell in this episode is Effie bought this hospital and rebranded it. Why? No one knows what rich men do. In the men's club years ago, Aminu bought a Face Me I Face You house for Timinu for no reason. Since then, I stopped questioning rich men in series.
He's my landlord and he wants to sell the property and we just paid rent.
You saying you want to sell this place and you should get a deposit of 10 million now.
Money? You need help.
Mo then finds out that they gave a case to a man and she started doing her eyes like she could see her kids again. She confronted her boss and got a no. This woman hates women. She should tweet about it. From nowhere, teacher strikes again in a crazy way to end the episode. He sent one of his men to choke Idia and sent a literal child to stab Nosa's mom. I told you kids are like a tool in this show. But I love how confused this person was. I was like, waiting they happen. But wait, 9-inch nails to the rescue. Idia escaped thanks to her 50-inch nails. This is going to keep increasing, by the way. Let's call this episode Sao.
How about you guys subscribe now? Have you ever tried that before? Come on, subscribe now.
Pour petrol on fire. No comments at this point. I'm done. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Mo interrogates a young man that works with Oboz. How do we know he works for Oboz? Look at that chain. Reminds you of anyone? She then told him that she froze his bank account and my guy wasted no time and he started singing.
Who introduced you to this person?
In Nigeria, we all day. Opportunity to make money no dey equal for everybody.
So apparently they use the mask as a disguise and not for any fetish thing. I was wrong, guys. I thought it was. I'm sorry. But he was able to single out the leader of the monkey crew by his ring, saying he wore a set of rings that has monkey faces on them. So let me explain how the monkey business works. They bring boys from the village, make them swear loyalty, blindfold them, and put them here. It's called sell. Then once a month, they allow them go on off days. This guy single-handedly tied everything together. He was such a good snitch that he even told Mo the location of sell because one day he randomly followed one guy that looked like he worked for Oboz. And this idiot that has no spatial awareness, he was just followed and you didn't turn back once. You didn't see how close this guy was to you. Okay, let's go to another character. Efe, still going out with his theater juniors, WWE star, Sao. After sleeping with each other, they did such a good work that they expressed likeness for each other. She tells him not to spoil his marriage for her, but Efe is the kind of guy to fall in love with a prostitute. Rule 101, don't do that. It never ends well. Sao says her story. No one cares honestly, but I'll tell you. In the past, her mom was hard. if you know what I mean, and gave her out to be emmed just to save her brother's life. The boy later on died, by the way, and this experience only made her hate her mom and also poverty.
And that was the moment I knew that poverty is a bastard.
She came to Lagos to make it as an actress, which is a wrong decision, by the way. And then she pivots from acting to selling her body. Love a progressive queen. Efe says his story. No one cares, honestly. Watch episode 1. I'm not doing this again. Nosa and Efe are now in the worst point in their marriage. She wants him to fix it since everyone is dying around them. Oh yeah, her mom died. I forgot to add that important information. I didn't even like the woman, by the way. The money isn't sweet when your life is threatened. And she wants him to fix everything or she will spill to the police. Everyone is a snitch now. No one knows what loyalty means or can spell loyalty. This is very sad. Why am I even talking like this? I've been talking for like 5 hours, man. I'm tired, man. A lot happens here, so don't get lost. Okay, Sao is pregnant. As a runs babe, she's dumb. Yay. Teacher called her, which confused me, but it will make sense in the coming episodes.
Hello, is anyone there?
Make your grace develop fully, you know, agree develop. Make you well, you know, agree well. Now, if I tell people say you the grace, they don't agree, believe me.
Efe finally sees Oboz, and what we witness is one of the saddest scenes ever. As we see Oboz and his men threaten an old man. Who is this old man, you might be asking? This old man is Teacher's dad. There is no stopping the war now. There's no stopping it. Efe came to the rescue and pulls out a gun on him. They end up brawling because talking to Oboz when he is drunk is like talking to a toddler. Efe won. Look at the body size, guys. Who would win before? This is actual bullying.
Papa, if you find a woman, my wife will beat you.
Then we get an emotional statement from one of his side chick. He has felt neglected all this while and thought talking to Oboz's heart would work. But when Oboz is drunk, he is closed off, proud and emotionally unintelligent. He thinks of himself first and no one next. And this right here was the tipping point for him. His side chick cried because he gave his whole life to this man and it ended this way.
I deal with you from the beginning. I deal with you to the end. Boss, I don't draw blood for you, not me. Now see, boy, I don't draw blood for you. I don't bust people's chests because you... They go now. They go. Get out. Fuck off. I don't need you.
So let's talk about the police officer in this episode. He pulled some strings for the number one snitch. I use string loosely. She forged the signature, and because of this, he gave her the address of where cell is located. He later on gets killed, Epstein style. Bye-bye. She gets this location, climbs up a building, and she sees it all. This is like a vindication moment. Finally, she doesn't feel like a crazy person. And everyone who acted like she was crazy, they weren't wrong. She is crazy. But at this point, she's not as crazy as they think she is. And then, someone in the shadow did something that made no sense to me. Instead of finishing her there, he deletes all the videos she recorded and safely puts her in her bed. What kind of plot armor is that? Because of all her unlawful conduct, vigilante work, and everything she's doing on the side, she gets suspended. Oh, also, number one snitch died, so she got suspended because of that too. We'll name this episode Plot Armor. Episode 7 titled A Chilling Ultimatum. Chilling in 2025. Damn, man, these guys need me in their titling team. This is finally where the show actually picks up. After episode 3, the show slowed down a lot, and now it picks up to finish the story. So this episode, even though it's long in duration, it's really short in content. So Efe does the unthinkable and meets up with Teacher, and this is only possible because Efe saved his dad from a fun night. In Efe's mind, this conversation will be him pleading to take the tax and leave them be. And Teacher is like, no. He needs Oboz's head. Oboz's is still one of the funniest, word I've said today. And to show how psychotic he is, he says all of this while chowing down. I don't want to say this on YouTube, but it's person body. Yes, and person meat. Let me use that. That one is much better. This is a disgusting being. After this, Ife is super confused. Would he pick his family or would he pick his brother? Literally. So he goes to his side chick for calmness. Then Sao says, let's mess with Mo since she has been disturbing in the back and nobody has actually spoken about her till this point. And this is where we start noticing Sao's possessive energy.
Inspector Motunrayo Ogunlesi.
She just left my office now.
Everything is just crashing around me.
You aren't going through this alone.
Oh, and if that wasn't enough, she also introduced him to pills.
Hello?
Okay, back to Mo. She's not found guilty for killing Snitch 101, so she sets her sight on who killed him. But it initially looked like she is now cool with her boss, but God forbid someone tells Mo no.
Which is why they're weaponizing it.
Inspector, I have been extremely patient with you, but you're speaking in riddles. So I ask again, so what?
Nusa gets fed up with the fight and decides to leave the home. I don't know if it was an editing mistake or continuity mistake. The kids go from running to the car to being indoors with the dad. And because of how the angle it was shot, it looks like the new house felt like the old house. I'm confused. Like they should have used a different angle. Just saying. As this was happening, Madam Ejiofor finally started spilling to Mo because Mo cornered her, checked her bank records, started saying, the babe, don't they make more than she they talk. Then Mo sees this and she's like, this man is using the company to launder money. Why am I using pidgin and English? And the episode ends with a drunk and defeated Ife approaching Mo. Wasn't a huge fan of this episode. We will name it Tozo. On the season finale titled Who Wins at the End, this is actually a good title. I have no complaints. We see Mo and Ife talk for the first time all season long. And this is a good conversation, by the way. She judges him and he explains his life story, talking about his history and how he was... Watch episode 1 again. No, they disturb me. This isn't a review.
Mr. Jao, before you leave, Sunny Bello, did you have him murdered?
No one heard her say this. WWE superstar Sao tells Ife to pick himself and do what makes him happy, as long as she's inside what makes him happy. And this all falls back to Ife not actually making decisions for himself and waiting till someone tells him what to do what he has to do, even though he's doing what he has to do, but what he's doing doesn't seem progressive until someone tells him what to do. Then he makes conscious. It's a lot of doing. Ife doesn't want to betray Ubos, but he starts picking himself. He's a queen now. And this is the finale, so it was bound to happen. He reported to Mo's boss saying that Mo keeps disturbing him and doing rubbish. And then they suspend Mo again. They suspend her twice. The special treatment they give this babe is too much. They should fire her. What is she doing? Okay, so keeping to the theme of the show, no kid in this show is safe. They put an actual top part of a human, I don't want to say it, I'm on YouTube, in the bag of a child. I'm genuinely irritated by this. I know say it's all vibes and it's all like edgy, but this is, oh my gosh, how do you even explain this?
Next time you ruin my swing, I'll cut off one of your balls and use it instead.
Yes, teacher.
Why? Can we stop? They do this 12-hour later thing that confused me. I just they go with the flow, make the show end. But I will explain what really happened. Ubos meets up with him, they hug. God forbid two men love each other. Ubos apologized as usual, said it was the alcohol. This isn't the first time Ubos is blaming his tantrums on alcohol.
Know your brother now. Small drink like this sense don't come off from my head.
He then finally said, let's make a deal with teacher. And it's so sad because it's too late for that to happen. If you don't remember, this is the first place they met after their uni days. And also the place that Ife added to his body count. Ubos was left alone to die. And in the final moments of his life, he was still trying his best to protect his elder brother. And I really liked this scene a lot. The scoring in this movie itself is very good. I'm not gonna lie. So now we ask ourselves this question. Did Ife actually betray Ubos? Yes and no. Yes, because it was sad that it happened. And no, because all season long, Ife has become a talking drum. He has feared this man so much. Remember this scene? The he has continuously tried to beg and plead that he act accordingly, but pride and ego wouldn't let him change. You know what? Good riddance to Oboz. So because almost everybody knew he had a hand in the murder of Oboz, his pregnant daughter disowned him, and honestly, no one cares. It was a one-sided relationship, but this babe was so deeply in love with someone that didn't care about her well-being that it shocked me that she would get herself pregnant by this guy. But then, if it turns into a full-on drug, his side chick, WWE wrestler Saul, just keeps on sliding in pills into his mouth. Close your mouth for once, please. Then, everything just keeps going up and down. At one point, he went to meet Teacher and they had starch and cocaine. A good mixture. Your body will thank you later. In his mind, he thought it was over, but no, Teacher asked for 80% of all earnings, and when Teacher says this, he's going to get the money one way or another. He threatens Efe, saying if you don't comply, I would show this video where you can see him standing with the man that shot Oboz. And Efe is shocked. He thought he had trust in this man. This also brings us back to episode 2, where Oboz was talking about can I trust you, and how trust is a major thing in this show. Even though they are all criminals and disgusting scum, they care so much about trust. It's crazy. Efe decides to run away, but wants his family to follow him. His wife said, no, may I deal with my guy. And because of this, Efe started fighting with the doctor. Bear in mind, this man has been like an Abuja boy squatting with his side chick for close to a month now. So Saul was surprisingly sent by Teacher, but because she lost guard and fell in love, she became dumb, not knowing that when he wanted to travel, he was going to travel alone and not travel with her. I don't know how true this is, or maybe he was lying, but hey, let's believe Teacher now. Let's trust him now. Let's trust this man now. After everything, he decides to leave the country by himself, exposing Onome as the informant. He has been the one that has been doing the dirty work in the cyber crime agency. Mo then came in to catch both of them. She technically didn't solve this case. She did a good job, with finding some roadworks, but she didn't solve the case. The clip of them ending Oboz was posted on FaceGround. Apparently, that app has no restriction. Anything goes. It's like Twitter. At the end, everything was explained. The police snitched, acting like he was doing everything in good faith for the country to better Nigeria. We find out that Teacher tried to do this whole tax thing with another group and he got... That's him there. I don't know what happened to him, but he's gone. He's with most kids right now. Saul came in white and snitched so good. She was so good at snitching. Efe just had respect for her. My guy was shocked. The worst thing for me was the end, seeing his daughter snitching on him also. She does this because of a man that when she told was pregnant, threw money at her face and bounced. People make some crazy decisions with who they love, I'm not gonna lie. If you thought that was bad, his wife did worse. The wife asked for all his offshore accounts, and if that's not enough, brought divorce papers to him. Ozimuron, in the end, shot at him, and I believe that's the end of Efe. Efe is gone.
You don't see this kind of money before? Who bring the idea? Me. Who execute them? Me.
Alright, I've been speaking for so long and I will make the end quick. I love the show a lot. That episode 1 was so gripping because I know that's a reality for so many Nigerians. And at the core, we all can relate to it. The performance from all the characters were good. No issues. I love and hate Oboz. Same goes for all the characters. The down part for me was how slow it was. I feel it should have been a 6-part series, cut out 2 episodes. Someone told me I should talk about the accent. I had no issues with it, but yeah, the accent was Sao? Chill. That's all I have to say, honestly. Anyways, I will give this an 8 over 10. It was very good. I love this score. Whoever did this score, man, you're good, man. And that's it. I've been recording for a while. Thank you guys for watching. This is probably my longest video. It's going to take me a long time to edit. Yeah, show this to your friend. It will never hurt you if you did. So I love you all. See you soon. Bye. If I can hear you. All right. I don't believe this was... Okay. All right. So this part is going to be a little bit... Let me now frame myself better.
Should I post it? Did I stop?
Yes!
Yes, I did.
Right, so this is another part in the video. Do you ever watch Disney? So Disney needs to have that thing where they do dun, 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 dun. So that's what I'm going to do it, but it's going to be subscribe on that.
What's the subscribe?
So you're supposed to do like a bunny. So it's like this.
Okay.
This.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what
The bunnies.
Yeah, go ahead. I hope it's Shai recording you.
It's recording me.
All right now. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Thank you. I hope you should. I hope so. All right, my call. Papa, there's no time. Get far.
Let's do it.
No, I'll do my own separately. Then we'll do it together. I'll be placing it all over the video. So get ready. Hopefully, this is recording. I'm an old man, by the way. Okay, alright, bye. Alright, take my door.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Hopefully.
Please.
That should